Hello and welcome to National Focus for Thursday, June 20, 2024. I am Adicia Burton. In the headlines, restoration works commence on Mon Scope Road, Bike Fest 2024 officially launched, and Permanent Secretary in Agriculture confident of achieving $700 million contribution to GDP. The details of the headline stories and more when we return. Welcome back. Works have begun on the restoration of the road at Mon Scope, Maho. This area serves as a critical bypass along the Eo-Libla Highway, and the failure of the retaining wall caused a significant narrowing of the roadway. Earlier this month, Parliamentary Representative Honorable Kasani Laville announced government's prioritization.
We are now in the hurricane season, and the government has made it a priority, my friends, a priority to resolve the road failure at the entrance of our community. We have always recognized that this repair is a priority, and this road failure, my friends, is certainly not ordinary. In our redevelopment, we have promised sustainability and resilience as a government. We have had to, in the period, monitor earth movements and the hydraulics in the area of that road failure and make the necessary engineering design adjustments. We want, when we build our wall in Maho, we do not have to touch it again, my friends. Maybe just a little paint, but no major adjustments to a wall after it has been built.
Government is committed to ensuring that motorists have safe roadways in order to move freely across the island. Motorists and road users along the Eo-Libla Highway, particularly in this area, are being urged to exercise caution when traversing the area. The Ministry of Tourism, through the Dominica Festivals Committee in collaboration with 767 Bike Life, has officially launched Bike Fest 2024. The event is being held under the theme, Helmet On, Ride On, Safety is a Must. Communications and Public Relations Specialist for Discover Dominica Authority, Ms. Monal Alexis, says the three-day event will be a showcase of talent and adventure while encouraging safety when riding.
We are here to promote a culture where safety and enjoyment goes hand in hand. This festival is about showcasing the amazing talent, increasing visitor arrivals, and supporting our numerous vendors. It is also about building a community of responsible riders who understand that safety is paramount. We have an exciting three-day event lined up, all designed to get you excited. But Bike Festival is also an opportunity to connect with fellow bikers, share stories, and build lasting friendships. So let's take this time to support one another, learn from each other, and strengthen the community of riders who are passionate about the thrill of riding.
Senior Sports Officer at the Sports Division, Mr. Udi John, says Bike Fest is an opportunity to promote sports tourism in Dominica.
I am thrilled to see this event come to life, and I am confident that it will be a significant milestone in our journey to promote sports tourism in our beautiful island. The Dominica Bike Festival is not just seen as an event. It is an opportunity for us as a people to showcase our island's natural beauty and our commitment to the promotion of healthy and active lifestyles. Biking is a sport that can evolve and grow, and we believe that it has the immense potential to become a major contributor to our sports sector.
Coordinator of the Health Promotion Unit, Ms. Mignon Shillingford, says the Ministry of Health is excited for the first staging of the Bike Fest as it will help with the promotion of an active lifestyle.
The event is a testament to the island's commitment to promoting a healthy, active lifestyle, and we are thrilled to be part of it. As we gather here today, we are reminded of the numerous benefits that motorcycling can bring to our community. It provides an opportunity for social interaction, stress relief, yes, free up our head, and also for people to get together, socialize, and to know the country. But of course, as we celebrate the joys of biking, we must not forget the importance of safety.
Destination Marketing Manager at the Discover Dominica Authority, Ms. Andia Ravaria, says this event will assist the ministry in achieving its goal of increasing visitor arrivals to Dominica.
For Discover Dominica Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, our aggressive goal of 500,000 by 2030 is at the forefront of all marketing and tourism development efforts. We continue to explore new and dynamic ways to expand the island's tourism offerings, to effectively position Dominica as a destination and to bring more visitors to our shores.
Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Ms. Lisa Valmond, says Bike Fest 2024 is part of the ministry's mandate to increase Dominica's tourism offerings.
We are happy to partner with 767 Bike Life and other biking associations to launch the first bike festival in Dominica as a show of our commitment to diversifying our tourism product. It is our hope that by collaborating with stakeholders present today, we have sports and health, that the festival will foster a safer bike culture in Dominica. Sports tourism is an area where we see the potential for significant growth. So just as we have partnered with associations for cricket, for netball, volleyball, and cycling, we are excited to invite motorcyclists from Guadeloupe, from Martinique, from St. Martin, and even the US to come to explore our natural beauty.
The three-day event will begin on Friday, July 19, with a welcome party at the Promenade, a wheeling and wilding bike show at the Canefield Airport on Saturday, July 20, and a Dominica Bike Day Island tour beginning at the Roseau Cruise Ship berth on Sunday, July 21. In the face of a nursing shortage, the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, DCFH, remains steadfast in providing quality healthcare and nursing services to patients. Acting Department Nurse Sister Sandra Daniel elaborated on the nursing profession at the DCFH.
Nursing at DCFH over the years has expanded greatly, providing care in several areas such as emergency nursing, intensive care, mental health, general inpatient care, outpatient care, and surgical management. Here at the DCFH, we are guided by the aims of nursing. Our aims of nursing are to promote health, to provide care, to prevent illness, and alleviate suffering.
She says the hospital strives for the holistic development of nurses.
At DCFH, we the nurses are rotated to different clinical areas to gain experience and ideally to become an all-rounder, quote-unquote, meaning being able to efficiently function wherever you are assigned to work.
On-the-job training is provided to nurses interested in specialized departments.
If you as a new nurse, you don't want to work on the wards, you can also request to work in outpatient, where you are assigned to a clinic, or where you are assigned to either dialysis or oncology or somewhere you can receive on-the-job training to function in the areas of your choice.
The facility also provides various work patterns and schedules that cater to the diverse needs of the nurses.
Our work schedule at the DCFH, we work 8 hours and 12-hour shifts. 12-hour shifts encompass the night, also the day shift. Now the day 12-hour shift, a lot of nurses presently, we are doing it. Why? Because it is comfortable for us. 1 week you work 3 days, 12 hours, and the other week you work 4 days. So you get more time for your family, more time, more alone time, more time for yourself. And but there are some nurses who doesn't really like it, so they work 8 to 3, 1 to 8 shift. I work 12 hours, and to me it's comfortable because I love the days off.
DCFH has been providing greater development opportunities and prospects for career mobility that supports the transition of new nurses and nursing assistants into the workforce.
So as a new nurse, you're able to learn a lot under the doctors doing the stitchings. Interpersonal skills to strengthen your interactions with the patients, and you learn the interpersonal skills. We have teachings that we have sessions. We have workshops. We have in-service sessions that are being done when we identify a shortage. A group of nurses, okay, they need some strengthening there. We have the in-service team who get these teachings done, the sessions done, so that we can attend these sessions and really strengthen ourselves. And for the years, I've been there a long while, and for the years, I have had that opportunity to really upgrade myself through workshops and in-service. So as a new nurse, I would encourage you to really come into the system. Don't come with fear. You might come for a little fear, but you will be helped.
Technicians from the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, have been in Dominica this week collaborating with the Ministry of Agriculture to help position the sector to reach its goal of adding $700 million to the country's GDP. This is being done through technology transfer in the area of vegetable and fruit production. FAO is also providing assistance in disease prevention by introducing new technology and better varieties that can adapt to climate change. The organization will also provide guidance on Dominica's greenhouses best suited for our climate.
As we know, vegetable production has been a cornerstone of the life of Dominica, not only for its nutritional benefits, but also for sustaining rural livelihoods. Since the early 1970s, Dominica has cultivated a variety of vegetables, with significant advancements in the late 1980s.
Mr. Sims says there was a rapid expansion in the 1990s with the adoption of greenhouse technology.
Those from Salisbury would remember in the 1990s, they were the first to actually, I'm not saying they were the first to have greenhouses in Dominica, they were the first to commercialize greenhouse production. Salisbury farmers were the worst. There was an exchange between the French, the Guadeloupe, and Dominica, and they brought that technology back to Dominica. So again, we have the experience.
There have been recent setbacks to include the impact of Hurricane Maria, migration, cost of inputs, labor shortages, and a loss of markets and the impact of COVID-19. Women are currently leading in vegetable cultivation and Dominica's agriculture production for last year.
Despite some may say things are not happening in the industry, it was quite amazing to realize that the numbers at which we were exporting. So 2023, Dominica exported 28 million pounds of cucumbers. Pumpkins, 25 million pounds. Christophine, 100,000 pounds. Eggplant, 60,000 pounds. And peppers, which would include hot peppers, seasoning peppers, along with bell peppers at 112,000. So there is potential for us in Dominica.
He says despite this, Dominica's imports keep growing.
In 2023, carrots, on average, were importing about 100,000 pounds of carrot. Despite, we just stated on the slide before, our production being for carrots at least 9 acres. So combined with that now, we can say that at least we need an additional 10 acres of carrots to at least meet in mark with some of the markets that's available in Dominica.
140,000 pounds of cabbage were imported in 2023, while 70,000 pounds of sweet peppers are imported yearly. Dominica also imports over 50,000 pounds of beets a year. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. In more news on agriculture, Permanent Secretary Mr. Ryan Ansem is confident that the goal of contributing $700 million to Dominica's GDP is achievable. Mr. Ansem believes high-end crops such as broccoli, cauliflower, watermelon, cantaloupe, onions, and white potato are all part of the ministry's Sustainable Development Program.
The ministry is elated to know that this project, namely improving livelihoods through diversified high-value vegetable crops production in selected agro-climatic zones, will support addressing some of the challenges. Supply demands, pest and disease, market access, soil and water management, and you can put nutrition management as well to that, high cost of inputs and production costs.
Mr. Ansem says climate change is real, combined with the wars in Ukraine and Russia, Israel. The global conflicts, pandemics, and pests and diseases continue to affect small island developing states like Dominica.
Recognizing the threats and risks, the government has articulated several policies and action plans to mitigate against climate change. One such action plan and policy is the National Resilient Development Strategy and the Climate Resilient Response Plan, and obviously our national agriculture policies. And we want to pause to thank FAO in developing our agri-food transformation system, a document which I believe chart a way forward for how we transform the sector.
Going forward, integration and collective action is required in order to achieve these set goals.
We need to transfer technology and innovation, improve our research and development capacity, introduce tolerant and high-yielding varieties. We need to irrigate our fields. We need cold storage, post-harvest and harvest capacity improvement. We need to improve our market systems, linking farmers to high-end markets. The high-end markets, we speak about the hotels, the restaurants, and our supermarket.
Mr. Ansem stressed that in order to achieve all this, we must eat local.
We must eat local. We have a market right here in Dominica, and we must eat what we grow and grow what we eat. And the call today for the farmers and everyone to produce local. The agricultural sector will contribute to food and nutrition security, and so collective action is needed for vegetable and fruit production in Dominica.
He made the point that not only must these fruits be available, but affordable.
The ministry will provide the investment required to push the agricultural sector, more specifically the vegetable subsector. So I want to thank FAO for providing this project, because we're talking about monies that are available, scarce money that are available. And so we want to thank FAO for the contribution, not only in this project, but the overall development in agricultural sector. FAO has been a partner, a long-standing partner for 3 decades.
The remains of Dominica's first Catholic priest was laid in its final resting place following a memorial mass at the Roman Catholic Cathedral Chapel on Wednesday. The Most Reverend Gabriel Malzé, Metropolitan Archbishop of Castries, in his homily spoke of the significance of a life lived for God's people. He focused on the principal symbols which identify a bishop, placing special focus on the bishop's cross and its pastoral significance.
Those who receive correspondence from a bishop may have noticed that he sometimes places a small cross before his name or signature. That cross is symbolic of his recognition of being a sinner. That is, one who absolutely needs the redeeming cross of Jesus Christ. So that's the reason why he puts the little cross, because of his recognition that he too is a sinner. In one of his retreats for priests, Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen of revered memory once said that he wore the pectoral cross in reparation for the effects of the sins of the world. Therefore, the sign of the cross as a prefix to the name of the bishop indicates that the redeeming and repairing work of his ministry begins with himself. It begins with the fact that the bishop, who represents the fullness of Christ's priesthood in the midst of his flock, has symbolically laid down his life for that flock 3 times, as a deacon, as a priest, and as a bishop.
The Most Reverend said the late Archbishop Felix laid down his life for his Caribbean people and did so with such distinction that the Holy Father Pope Francis saw it fit to elevate him with the honor of the cardinalate.
We cannot but appreciate the sacrifice that this man of God has been for the sake of God's people in the Diocese of Roseau and in the Caribbean and in the world.
The late Cardinal spent many years of dedicated episcopal ministry in St. Lucia, fostering the education of young people and contributing to the church throughout the Caribbean.
Inspired by the spirituality that surrounds the story of Job, I would like to situate the life and commitment of our dear Cardinal within the context of the world in which we live. A world of growing opposition to religious sentiments and spiritual values. Even in his early years, the early years of his priesthood, when the religious fervor in the region was much stronger, there were challenges. I recall the stories he told of being the only black man on the clerical block and the religio-cultural battles he had to endure. But very quietly, for the sake of a people, for the sake of a church that he loved.
He says the late Archbishop's life was one of absolute surrender to his vocation.
He had truly embraced the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, akin to what St. Paul speaks of in his letter to the Colossians, when he says, and I quote, "It makes me happy to suffer for you, as I suffer now, and in my own body to do what I can to make up all that has to be undergone by Christ for the sake of his body, the church." Colossians chapter 1, verse 24. In this, to my mind, represents the quality of the man to whom we bid farewell today.
Government accorded the late Archbishop Kelvin Felix an official funeral. Coming up next, the Creole News highlights with Jeno Jacob.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel en créole, nom mon c'est Jeno Jacob. Ministre agriculteur qui a continué un workshop régime pour semaine là. Ministre et puis officier technique de FAO, organisation manger et puis agriculteur qui travaillent ensemble pour développer production régime à Dominique. Workshop là commencé lundi et c'est commencement d'un projet en production régime pour des années. Secrétaire Dewan, en ministre agriculteur Ryan Ansem, qui a créé à ce Dominicain pour manger local.
Moun Dominique ne pour commencer manger local. So, how manger local, ou ka ende pays, ou ka ende se planter à taper l'argent. Eh ben, nous ka, ça nous toujours ka dit. Nous ka importer bagay nous ça en produit en Dominique. Ka parler comme bagay kon leti, bagay kon carotte, ben c'est bagay ça là. Nous ça produit ça. On peut faire un beau effort pour dire, ok, famille moi, tout le monde a caille moi. Nous allons gen bagay lokal, nou kale an marché, nou kale gen bagay lokal, si nou pa fè ça, nou ke détruire industrie ou ça. So ça c'est plia, mou ka di jodi la, tout moun Dominique, ne pou gen lokal, nou ka pale kont gen tout bagay lokal, nou ka pale kont bay livestock aussi, nou ka pale kont poule, tout se bagay sa la. Se fama plante, gen hodyo, nou kale en de se fama tape market pour produire, so nous allons travailler avec supermarket là et ni d'autres agencies qui travaillent comme nous allons travailler ces femmes pour taper market. So ça nous les dit. On est pour aider, on est pour jouer partout pour nous garder comment nous avancer l'industrie.
Ministre Tourist et puis Discover Dominica Authority, autorité pour découvrir Dominique et puis 767 Bike Life, la vie Bike Dominique. Chenyon press conference aujourd'hui. Ça prend place en Kenfield Airport là. Cérémonie était pour parler contre activité pour le premier festival motobike en Dominique dans les Salas. Ordre 19 pour 23 juillet. Plus qu'il y a 100 bike de l'autre pays qui vient Dominique. Nous parlons et puis un membre 767 Bike Life, Chavel Louis.
Ça qui a allé là, c'est un bon bitin. C'est un bitin nous t'ai respirer en longtemps pour Dominique. So mon sœur qui a allé en Saint-Lucie toute l'année pour yo independence yo ni un bike bitin ka marcher et c'est un bon bitin et c'est un bon bitin moi yo ka faire c'est pour ce petit jeune boug là qui a les motocycle pour yo yo helmet yo, mettez yo gloves yo, souliers yo.
Il dit festival là c'est un bon butin pour Dominique.
C'est un bon butin Discover Dominica avec toutes ces autres organisations à Dominique qui viennent à Soui. C'est qui now voyant au bon massa pour ces bougs là, toutes ces moun a bike association, toutes ces moun qui driving. Tout le monde a servi chimé là. C'est pour oui, c'est un bon butin. C'est long nous t'ai respirer ça pour venir à Dominique. Oui, c'est un bon butin pour tourisme parce que ça fait un autre monde venir en dedans country là. Ça mener l'argent, ça mener tout butin. Ça comme c'est boost up économie là pour country là. C'est bike life c'est un gros butin tout partout. Tout en différents country, en différents pays là. So c'est un very bon butin.
Toi bike a continué pour bâtir un maçon en bas chemin Mon Scope en Maho. Chemin ou fallait check temps qui passé. Par le plan honorable Kassani la ville qui a fait tout butin possible pour ranger chemin. Un équipement à présent qui a fait certain qui chemin ça l'a fini vitement. Nous entendons l'appli, comme ça gouvernement qui a mis tout effort pour ranger morceau chemin ça là. GIS qui mène plus d'informations plus tard. Ça c'est tout à ce nouvel en créole. Non, Monsieur Geno Jacob, au revoir.
As we're in the midst of the hurricane season, individuals are advised to prepare adequately to keep themselves and their families safe. For today's hurricane tip, store safe water and monitor your water source. During a hurricane, your drinking water source may become contaminated and unsafe for use. When a storm is on the way, ensure you have a 3 to 7 day supply of water for each person in your household. Buy commercially bottled water and keep it in a cool, dark place, and store tap water in large, sealed, food-grade containers. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Adicia Burton. Thank you for watching.